think another important thing is staff. We also put these up in each of the buildings, the elementary buildings, and allowed staff to have input. Obviously, from the staff standpoint, they're going to be looking more at the use of the building itself and meeting their classroom needs. We went to a couple of the schools that had the pod model, which means that you have a wider space between the actual classrooms, and that pod allows for you to have grade level meetings, grade level assemblies. It also allows windows that are in the classroom that you can pop out and the teacher can hear and see what different assistants are working with students on. It just really allows us to utilize every inch of that space.
So what that pod, the difference in between the pod and maybe what folks are used to in an elementary is a classic elementary built probably in the last 15 years may utilize those, but before that you would have an elementary with a hallway about 10 feet wide, and then up and down it would just be the doors going into the classrooms. What the pod does is take that 10-foot wide hallway and makes it into about a 30-foot wide area. And that allows for things like Amy was talking about. If you want to do a second grade assembly, all the second grade doors open up into the pod. You don't have to utilize the gym and interrupt PE class. You can have that assembly. What I saw at College Place with students right in the spot was that entire grade level, students working at their ability groups throughout the entire space. So instead of only students having their classroom to work in, the teacher had groups of 5 or 6 kids outside of that space in that pod area working with assistants. And so it was a lot more one-to-one, or as close as you could, to adult to student support. So just one of those things that as we took tours and went to facilities and talked to staff, is like, that's something we would utilize, and that's something that came really high up that we wanted.
Came priority for us.